Alright, we are back. More Dune Awakening. Let's see here. I'm supposed to go to the Seleucid Bull to talk to someone. But first, I should see if anything's sold on the exchange. There will be drops later today. We're going to play a short session now, a couple hours, and then take a break for breakfast and exercises, and then I will come back after that for the drops, and we'll play another few hours. I sold the Albatross wings, thank you very much. Somewhere up in here is the man I'm looking for.
Welcome to the Matador room. If you're here for shade, spirits, or secrets, you found the right bar. If you're here for honesty, I suggest dehydration.
I'm told the Imperial Engineer frequents this establishment.
An engineer? Ah, my dear, we get all sorts. Tinkerers, thinkers, men with their heads in copper and sin.
A man named Austin Lath.
Austin Lath. That's not a name one forgets, even in this fog of faces and ruin. What's it to you?
We believe the engineer is in grave danger.
Grave danger, is it? Tragic how engineers attract it like rust. Yes, we all know Master Lathe. He's a fixture both here at the bar and in the Espada Lounge, our members-only room in the back.
You don't seem surprised that he's in trouble.
Surprises for school children and clerks. I serve poison in crystal and betrayal in whispers. Trouble is my afternoon tea.
Well, it's important that I see him.
Importance is relative, darling. To you, perhaps urgent. To me, just another evening with too many voices and too few tips. Talk to...
Oops, talk to Ugo. I clicked what I shouldn't have clicked. Talk to Ugo. Oh, Ugo's somewhere completely different. Okay. Talk to Ugo. What's up, Thandar? That reminds me, I gotta get Borderlands 4 installed on the Xbox tonight, so that I'm ready to go for tomorrow night. Okay. Somewhere I should check the map. Let's go all the way up. Whew, goodness gracious, the yawns are real. My coffee needs to kick in. One of the coolest details for me walking around Arakeen is when you see these like little sand piles, and there's like a little bit of sand falling from the roof up there, and there's an ornithopter flying above. This is a beautiful little world detail. Um, and when I see stuff like this is when I go, world builders don't get enough credit sometimes in the games we play. Because little details like this, most people don't pay attention to because they're only watching the compass. They're only looking at the waypoints. So one of the reasons I was really surprised by and approved of Hell Is Us having the decision to not have any sort of minimap or compass in their game, and you had to literally pay attention to the environment to get from point A to point B. Very, very well done. But world builders don't get enough credit, and this is a beautiful little detail. Just the sand piling up in the corner. Really cool. We'll get that clipped out on social media later for a short. It'll be a nice one for TikTok and Instagram and everything. Location discovered, the Warrens. I need coffee. Oh. Now this is curious. I wonder if this is the point people were talking about potentially having a bug. I'm gonna have to go see if there's a known issue here. Because I have an objective here, but I can't get to it because it's sending me to a location which I've already gone to before for a different quest, and the old quest is saying you've completed the assassination, and it won't let me in here. Let me go back to the bar really quick. Double check. Because I did not read that last line of dialogue, because I actually, not read, I didn't listen to it because I clicked too soon, and the dialogue went by really fast, and maybe I misread what it said, but I was just following the waypoint. It could be the waypoint's bugged. We'll find out here in a second. Neither. I play on the public servers.
Found what you were looking for? Or just a new an engineer? Austin Lake. Grave danger, is it? Yes. Surprises for school children. Importance is relative. Talk to Ugo. He's the poor soul tasked with mopping up after people who think their urgency is persuasive.
I think that waypoint is broken, and I was supposed to talk to somebody in here. Somebody called Ugo, perhaps.
Do mine ears detect the footfalls of someone who will add a drop of excitement to this?
No, you're not who I'm looking for. Looking for somebody called Ugo. He said someone who mops up.
Evening, Sergeant.
Nope.
Am I being... Private rooms. No, that's what Lieutenant Merrick said. And then he was gone.
Ugo, Ugo, wherefore art thou?
Do I know you?
No.
I don't.
See, gain access to the private room. So, yeah, I think that waypoint was broken. I need to find somebody called Ugo.
Hello!
welcome to the Matador room.
So I think that waypoint
of Caladan steps
buggy.
into the ring, poised, unshaken, and noble to the end.
Is the new mural available? I think in about 2 hours, which is also when the drops go live. 3 hours. What time is it? 3 hours. In about 3 hours is when all that stuff goes live. The free weekend murals and drops. I've still got a couple more of those mural codes on standby for people who don't get them as a result of the free weekend coming up. And we did a giveaway on Sunday. So stay tuned.
Believe me, I would love to usher you in and cause a scandal. But unless your house's sigil is on the registry, you will have to enjoy this floor with the rest of us wretches.
I respect the velvet rope, Ugo, but today I'm stepping over it. With your blessing would be best.
If velvet ropes could talk, they would say, no exceptions, not even for charmers. Try another angle. Besides, the room is on lockdown. I'm just the gatekeeper here.
Why?
A minor medical incident with a patron. We are grateful for your patience.
That's all you could tell me.
Of course, discretion and propriety forbid me from disclosing the activities of our patrons. You understand.
Subprefect Torres sent me.
Hey, Torres sent you.
Looking for Austin Lath.
Yes, we know Master Lath well. Alas, he is the subject of the unfortunate medical incident I spoke of.
I'm sure he is.
Yes, but that was before you identify yourself as the sub-prefect's agent. I regret to inform you that the engineer has suffered the most conclusive of health setbacks.
The most conclusive. So he's dead.
Let's just say he won't be ordering more drinks anytime soon.
I need to see the body.
Very well. But may I ask what is it you are looking for?
I'm not sure it was an accidental. May have been conspiracy.
What a conspiracy! The man was cooked on Vanta draft, and he liked to play revolutionary between relapses.
Alright, I need to see the body.
Very well. I grant you access to the lounge, but I make it quick. Please, wave your little wand around.
That's what I do best.
You will see what I saw. The trail of a man who burned from the inside out.
Alright. What's up, Lou? You got here just in time for me to wave my little wand about. Are you sure you want to travel to this room? But the decree is separate floors. You are allowed to use your scanner there. Yes, but also don't do that stupid thing where you put me on a timer and tell me that I only have a certain amount of time to be in the zone. Why is my phone yelling at me? Confirm! Scan the room for clues. Well, we have a scanner. But before we do that, let's take a moment to look around the room and enjoy the world building.
If you're hearing this, well, I didn't get away. I'm Austin Lathe, engineer. The guy they call when they want things done, not questions asked. There was this one chance I could have said no, but I didn't. I crunched the numbers, fine-tuned them. That was all it took to bring down the ceiling on 1,000,000 lives. I didn't press the button, but I knew it was coming. I just didn't want to disappoint the guy who asked. They gave me a new title, a nicer coat, called me Na Familia. But after that, they wouldn't look me in the eye. And the thing I hear over and over, it's not the blast, it's my silence. When I found this pamphlet stuck behind a sink, you dig, you sweat, you die, and your work builds opera houses on worlds you'll never see. There was a sandfly stamped on the back, razor wings, sickle-shaped stinger. What bleeds in silence must one day sing. Didn't get it then, but those words stuck.
Yeah, man, the sandflies. I mean, they're not wrong. All right. A quiet meal for a quiet inn. The food sits cooling, mute witness to a man who avoided the crowd, and death that would not wait. Meal is barely disturbed. Braised slig, Caledonian pudi rice, stuffed olives. A thick, well-printed leather-bound tome rests on the table, its spine stamped with the numeral 7. Clearly one of many volumes. Histories of Imperial Descent, Volume 7, The Ekaz Revolt. The interior is dense with fine print. Along the edges, faint smudges and a slight discoloration suggest frequent handling. 2 sections are bookmarked. The foreword says this volume reaches under a cloud of censure. Tyrus Mondego completed it with confined in Carthage Gate prison in Catane. Volume 7 on the Ekaz results spares neither rebel ambition nor the heavy hand of Imperial reprisal. The Imperium has not authorized this printing. Recall House Ekaz ties. Caladan remembers Ekaz in sorrow. The wedding of Leto Atreides to Elessa Ekaz was meant to bind the two great houses, but ended in blood. The Moritani blade struck more than flesh. They etched a lesson in Atreides' hearts that Imperium smiles upon tragedy it can exploit. Read the first bookmark section, Chapter 3, The Circle of Conspiracy. A shadowed circle of Akazi nobles and merchants formed quietly, meeting in private halls and sealed gardens, their grievances whispered in secrecy. They pooled resources, bribed officials, and courted discontent. Funds and arms moved unseen, hidden among legitimate trade and noble privileges. Their aim was simple: undermine Imperial authority until Ekaz could act as free. Each plot and secret shipment edged them closer to open revolt. Alright. Section 3 is, well, Section 2, sorry. Chapter 9, The Long Shadows. The aftermath rippled through the Landsred, sowing distrust among noble houses, wary of rising dissent and hidden conspiracies. Imperial policies hardened with increased surveillance and harsher penalties as fear of rebellion reshaped political alliances and court intrigues. Culturally, the revolt left scars, songs of loss and caution passed quietly among the people, a whispered reminder that defiance invites ruin. Let's examine the rear cover. Printed without Imperial sanction by Lantern and Ash Press. Ooh, that is a cool name for a book publisher. Lantern and Ash. That's nice. Read in secrecy. Burn in silence. Okay. So he's reading a prohibited book. Or he was reading a prohibited book. Chaos of stained papers litter the table. Looks as if it had stormed through if it weren't for the empty cups standing undisturbed. The cups look soiled. Austin Lathe either was an exceptionally heavy drinker or he may have had some company. Look at the cup to the left. Empty save for dregs. A strong, aggressive smell. Sticky to the touch. Cup in the middle has spiced wine. Cup on the right, spiced wine, a subtle reddish stain on the rim when held in light. Documents. Scrolls are spread out on the table, most covered in scribbles and shapes. One stands out in neat letters. Look at the messy stack. Can't make sense of it. Look at the neat parchment. Made of spice paper, it reads, "Wings in the dark, notes towards a future without chains." A manifesto. So this is something against Imperial. Alright. I don't think there's anything else to interact with in here. So I think it's just all. Oh, this, I missed this. What is this? A plastic carafe stands empty on the table. Its open mouth carrying only a faint scent of spiced wine. A label written in a neat hand reads Kacirik Red 10194 AG, a rare Caledonian vintage, briny and mineral, kissed by the ocean winds. What did I miss? His gaunt frame lies slumped on the bench, skin pallid and waxy, salt streaks mark where his final sweat dried hours ago. Examine the upper body. Assess, for posture and state. Limp collapse, mouth slightly open, suggests sudden systemic failure rather than violence or prolonged agony. Heavy bags, cheeks hollow sallow, faint capillaries in the nose, hint at long years of drink. Examine the mouth. Froth clings to the corners of the mouth, dried to faint crust. Without medical expertise, what this indicates eludes you. But I did get I heard like the quest update. Sudden systemic failure. Well-made garments. Alright, Mentat. Infer behavioral pattern from Justin's state. Extended isolation, no recent change of clothes. Focus on study or secrecy over personal upkeep. Alright, now we get to interrogate witnesses. So he was poisoned. That much is pretty evident. I'm gonna get some more coffee. I'll be right back. I got an email last night. They finally an update on my PS5 warranty stuff. So I sent it in, got there. They sent me an email on the 3rd, or a message on the 3rd. And yesterday I got the email back that the insurance had approved the repair or reimbursement. So supposedly now it's moving into the next stage, which will be the actual repair and or reimbursement of the machine. One or the other. I don't know. But today's like the, I don't know, 10th or 11th. As long as they get it back by the end of the month, because Ghost of Yutai starts in early October. I need it before then, because that's the only exclusive that I'm going to be playing that I have to have the PS5 for. Oh, and there's that Alien Rogue Incursion, I think, which was a VR game, announced the other day that they're coming out with a flat screen version. It's coming out on like the 29th of September. I definitely want to play that. That's a PS5 or PC. No Xbox version. So, like Borderlands 4, I was going to play on the PS5, but since my PS5's in the shop, I'll just get it for the Xbox tonight and get it downloaded, and we'll play that tomorrow night. Because tonight we've got Enshrouded. Yeah, I'm not gonna go buy a VR headset for like the 1 or 2 games a year. Meller X, yeah, for sure. For me, it's not a dizzy thing. It's there's not enough games for me to play. Hector, Hector's saying, is the new update out? Is it any good? It's almost like Funcom might have a newsletter that people could read.
Oh, I swear to
I
the
love the
stars.
fact that we
If
can
you're here to ply me with a drink,
keep coming
I'm
back to
going
that,
to shove
Hector.
shards of glass in your eyes. I'm sorry. Am I sorry? No, no, I'm not.
I still can't believe
Let
that guy the other day.
Let me be plain.
That was awesome.
This is the worst possible time. I do not wish to speak. Kindly go away, please.
Read the patch notes for me, Renfail. I'm too fucking lazy to do it. I've been in Austin's room. JK, when does Dune come out, guys? My favorite when we were playing this, was it 2 days ago when we played it? Was like every 5 minutes someone would pop into chat. Is the update out? And it's like, nah, man, you're asleep. You're dreaming. I'm streaming in an alternate dimension. Like it's not real. Thanar says in the last 2 weeks, Enshrouded has snuck away 135 hours of gameplay. It's a good game. Played a little bit last night. I'll play some more tonight. Last night I played on my private server. Tonight I'm going to play on the multiplayer server. Alright. Kindly go away. Alright, I've been in Austin's room. I would like to ask a few questions.
You've seen... Very well. Let's get this over with. My name is Hester Klimt. Ask your questions.
How do you know Austin?
I was his assistant. We worked together at the Imperial Planetologist's office. That's the extent of our relationship.
No other insights to impart. No, what I'll end up doing, Commander, is I'll just put a... You know what I ought to do is I should get like an auto bot. I'm sure there's ways to set that up so that as soon as it sees a word or a phrase in the chat, it'll trigger a response, and I'll just set it up to be like, anytime someone asks anything about Dune Awakening, it'll just... The patch notes can be found here. Bunk. Make sure to follow Funcom's, and then I'll get yelled at for simping for Funcom by linking to all their social media and stuff.
No. And what does it matter? There's no foul play. Unless you have some compelling evidence or medical training, I have to deal with the fallout now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare. I have to clean out his office. I have to prepare for his replacement. There's too much.
Find a way to prove foul play. Can I go back into the room? I can.
Hello? Are you the server? I would like to change my order.
I know, JK. Every time someone's asked, hey, Renfail, what do you think about the update? Are you enjoying the game? And it's like, would I be sitting here playing the game if I didn't enjoy the game? Are you stupid? Like, I really do feel like that when people ask me questions like that, because that is a stupid question. It's a stupid question to ask me if I'm enjoying the game. If I wasn't enjoying it, I wouldn't be playing it. Do I look like a server to you, lady?
Oh, please hold. Allow me to adjust the ocular acuity of my eye implants. I like to keep them turned down in public. Too much visual hurly-burly gives me vapors. There.
Hurly-burly.
Yes. Are you the server?
No.
I'm sorry, but why are we speaking if you are not the server? It is improper to speak to an unaccompanied elder lady of substance without a proper introduction first. It just isn't done. Propriety must be maintained, or there is chaos. Morwena here would have you flogged. Of course, that's not necessary, is it?
Is that a threat?
Why, yes. I'm glad we understand each other. I wasn't sure you would appreciate the subtext. Many Pauls cannot, you know. Understand.
The fact
dear,
that she just called
we,
me a
the
poor.
nobility, are not your enemies.
She must have trained with
We are
Andrew Tate.
superior, it is true. But that
You're just a
advantage
brokey.
allows us to care
Get
for
the
you
fuck
of the
away from
lower
me.
orders in ways
You
cannot hope
nasty
to
poor.
comprehend. Do you understand? There. Was that so difficult? Life would be so much easier if we all accepted our place in the order of things.
I did not read the patch notes
Now
because it was
that you
just a
have
hot
braved
fix.
my
That's
wrath
good to
for
know,
your
J-Deal.
impertinence, I grant you a single question for your trouble. What do you wish to know?
Perspective on the War of Assassins.
My perspective is that it has gone on for far too long. Young
What did they
Alistair
increase it to, by the
Atreides
way?
had the chance to end the war. But of course, that frayed Rautha behaved like the perfect beast he is and scuppered any chance for the Union. Now, young Aristae would be much better.
Alright, I don't think she has anything to do with the,
Are you from the planetologist office? I'm getting rather annoyed. Wait, I can't hear you at all. Allow me to engage my enhanced hearing.
They've all got upgrades because they're all
Only
old.
thing the bloody Tlilaxu are good for. There. Now, tell me again. Are you from the planetologist office? My grandson Cyprian is the Imperial planetologist here. Who are you? My grandson Cyprian.
Yeah, you've already said that.
Bloody well know him if. Then why are we?
Alright. I don't know that these three have anything to do with the quest.
What? I see no cup in your hand, so why are you in my presence?
They may just be normal pay.
Are you
JK
dumb
is saying
as
they're
well as
irrelevant.
deaf? Go
So yeah, they may
find
just be
my tea
patrons.
before you taste the back of my hand. How dare you ask me a question? The audacity! On my world, you would have your tongue clipped for such insolence. Avert your gaze. Has no one trained you to behave in the company of your betters? Be gone from sight.
Alright. You look suspicious, but I can't talk to you.
Back so soon? Can't get enough of my charming company, eh?
Do you know Austin Lathe?
Looking for Austin Lathe, hmm? Let me tell you about Corporal Lathe. No relation, mind you. 5th Mesa Infantry Dejamwadi, hell of a fight. We'd cut down half a cohort of Harkonnen dragoons and engineers, stalling the Bastion's build. One blinked, but Corporal Lathe, he moved through that ruin like it was his own grave. Blood on the stone, breath like ash. Got behind the nest, killed it quiet.
Competent guy then.
A minor victory swallowed by the endless grind of war. Corporal Lathe and 11 other troopers died that day. You want a hero's tale, that's it. But don't expect the Lathe you're chasing to be like that. Different man. This one's just a ghost story for fools at the bar. I hope your Lathe is alive. Mine surely isn't.
Okay, so that was just a little bit of backstory. Alright.
Ah, you are back.
I have more questions, Ugo.
How can I help?
Did Lathe ever mention enemies or any reason why someone might have a reason to harm him?
He did say something about hating the Harkonnens, but that does not make him special around here.
He had a different dialogue option too. I think I have a different quest to come help him with a bouncer issue. Any idea what trouble he may have had with the Harks?
Trouble and the Harkonnens go hand in hand here. You could throw a stick in any direction and hit someone with a grudge against the Baron. But a murder here? right under Hawat's nose. That is not just bold. She is near impossible. You would need more than hate or ambition. It would take something special to earn that.
Does he know anymore?
Found what you were looking for. If you must.
What was the last time you saw Lathe alive? And how about this? What can you tell me about his choice of reading material?
What was he reading? I don't always keep up. Very heavy. And good for killing ants.
Have you read it?
I'm holding out for the Communinet adaptation. Histories of Imperial Descent Volume 6 was a real hoot.
When was the last time you saw Lathe alive?
Saw him when he came in to measure his Vanderdraft. Faster with the paw like a chemist balancing a toxin. That was this morning.
Have you seen anyone else come and go from the room?
His assistant Hester and that puffed-up wine merchant Ambrose Lucifera used to intrude, but not lately. The last few weeks he kept the door closed and the bottle closer. He was a good customer. That was my impression. The Solaris were always transmitted by wire from an account with an Arsent transit code. A garrison town in the eastern Haga Basin. Pray you never see the place. It's where the Sadokar are encamped.
Okay.
Do mine ears detect the footfalls of someone
Ah,
who
we
will
have
add
an
a drop of
update here.
excitement to this rather pedestrian evening?
I'm here to inquire about Austin Lathe's death.
Austin's dead. But I only saw him recently. So full of life.
A morning will have to wait. I have questions.
Wait. Is this a potential murder investigation? How charmingly macabre! Do you really think someone murdered poor Austin? Shh, don't spoil it. Yes, I simply must be involved. How might I facilitate your sleuthery?
Sleuthery. It was the wine merchant in the library with a bottle. Are you sober enough to answer questions?
Now see here, I am only midway through today's debauch, and am of sound enough mind to answer the queries of both of you. There are two of you, yes? I jest. Oh, do lighten up. This isn't a funeral, it's a possible murder scene. I've already imbibed several libations in dear Estem's memory. Yes, of course. Carry on.
What can you tell me about him?
My occasional drinking companion has an education in engineering. If anything, he's even more of a man of leisure than I.
How so?
He has an advisory position at the Imperial Planetologist's office, though I don't believe he's ever set foot in that office. He's here more often than even I. If you ask me, and you have, he curried the favor of someone powerful to receive such a cushy job.
Cushy. What else can you tell me about Austin?
Well, his carnal pursuits are prodigious. He worked his way through nearly all of Arakeen's eligible ladies. The man knows how to pitch woo prolifically.
Woo? Did you just call it woo? Oh my god! Who calls it woo? Woohoo! Hey baby, let's go do some woohoo. You wanna make some woohoo, baby? Woo! Oh my god. That was amusing. Woo! Or maybe he's like, God, who's that wrestler who does the woo? God, he's older now. Oh, I can't remember his name right now. Blonde hair. I can picture him and I can hear the woo in my ear. Oh my God. Woo. I don't think these guys have anything to do with it. That's the planetologist dude, or the Mentat, I forget. Nobody else here. Okay. Alright, I have talked to everybody. Ric Flair, that's who I'm thinking of. Thank you. Nobody on the upper floor. I'm going to check the bottom floor. If nobody down there wants to talk, then I may need to go back in the room. These are just guards. Woo! Ah! Oh my god. Hey baby, you wanna have some woo? I got some woo. Who are you? I think you were for a different quest.
Hey, you again.
Yeah. I'm betting everybody upstairs are the ones that we talked to for the quest. And I may just need to go back into the room.
Yes.
We'll see.
May I help you?
Who are you?
You're the one answering our contract? I don't like having to ask for help.
Nope. You're for a different quest. Alright. Pretty sure I've talked to everybody related to that quest, so I probably need to go back into the room. If I had to guess. Talk to the assistant again, maybe, because they mentioned something about the only two people that went into the room are the assistant and the wine merchant, but that was a long time ago. He'd been keeping himself cloistered. Let's check in there again. Actually, let's double check with her to see if she got anything else to say.
I'm in over my head. I'm not in the proper state of mind, and I promise there will be collateral damage if I have to open my mouth.
I'm told Austin made a lot of enemies through his carnal activities. The aforementioned woo!
Who made that fanciful exaggeration? Ambrose Lucifera? The man's mind is a perverted carnival. I saw nothing to suggest anything of the sort.
So you know nothing.
Now that sounds like a fanciful exaggeration. I at least saw nothing to suggest anything like that.
Whoo! Oh, something new on the floor. Several people have gone in and out of this room. Or maybe I just missed that one before. Did I ever scan over here? I did not. Alright. That's that. Food. So that's just that again. I don't think I've... Oh, I missed something here. Analyze the hands for environmental clues. No defensive wounds. Paper handling. I know one of the cups. This is the one I was assuming. Yeah, there's nothing else in here, right? Okay. There were footprints on the ground, which I didn't see anything from. I've already scanned the book, JK. Do I need to click the book again? Oh, you know what? I did find smudges on his fingers, and then I may have needed to recheck the book after finding the smudges on his fingers. Because I've definitely looked at the book. We read through all the book like 20 minutes ago. But I didn't look at the book again after I discovered the smudges on his fingers. We'll go back in a second. While I'm sitting here, I was just looking at my pack of cards. Atomfall has an expansion coming out September 16th. Rebellion just reached out and is sending me over code. We've played the base game, we've played the Wicked Isle XP DLC, and we're going to play the new one that's coming up, which sounds interesting. Well, what do you mean by scan the book? Because technically I've already scanned it. Do I have to get up close and scan it? Because I've been scanning everything from a distance. Do I have to scan it right here? Like, I'm not understanding what that would mean. Yeah, I mean, I can't. There's no scanning to be done, per se. The only new thing I've uncovered is the fingerprint smudges. I mean, I know he was poisoned, I just don't know who done it. It's either the book, because he had smudges, or it's the wine cup, which had a funky smell to it. It's one of those two things was how he died. I don't know what I need to do to figure that out. Because I, the human being behind the screen, am like, duh, he was poisoned. But how do I convince her that he was poisoned? That's the question. Question of the day. Let's talk to her again.
You? I mean, who made that fancy? Now that sounds like a fanciful exaggeration.
Yeah, she doesn't have
Who made
anything
that
else to
fanciful
tell me
exaggeration?
about.
Ambrose Lucifera. The man's mind is a... Now that sounds like a fanciful
Chat is telling me I need a poison snooper? What the hell is a poison snooper? I have close to 500 hours in this game, but I've never heard of a poison snooper. What's a poison snooper? I was told I needed a scanner. I have a scanner. Like, I have no idea what a poison snooper is. She's accusing him of lying.
The return. I've already... Yes. My occasion... He has an... He's here more often. Well, his carnal pursuits are... It's been a
Found what you were looking for, if you must. Saw him when he came in to measure his... It's been a while. He didn't want me in there. Not anymore. Just the drink and the dark, and whatever was eating him from the inside. I respected his wishes, but maybe I shouldn't have.
I missed this option before, so this might go somewhere. We'll see. Do you have an alibi?
Alibi? I was behind this bar, pouring drinks and enduring the company of men far duller than murderers. Ask Ugo. Ask the Rex.
Did.
Ask anyone who's sober enough to spell alibi. I eagerly anticipate your return. Can't get anything past you.
So he wants to talk to Ugo again? Ugo has disappeared suddenly. No, there he is. Never mind.
Ah, you are back. How can I help? He did us trouble and... But it would take us something special to earn that.
Well, you guys are telling me to talk to the barman. He doesn't have anything to say from either one of those things.
You? I mean, who made that fan? Now that sounds like...
So you guys are saying I need to go back to the chief investigator? I hate to say it, but the quest is extremely, like, if that's the next step, then it should say something along the lines of, hey, maybe you should report back to the chief investigator what you found, because all it says is find a way to prove foul play. That's it.
Report.
The engineer was already dead when I got there.
Then our lead is cold, along with the corpse. Still, death has a way of leaving fingerprints. Did he leave any behind?
If we went the bull, assumed he died from natural causes.
Self-inflicted incompetence happens more than you'd think.
I saw some frothing. Could be the draught, but it looked off.
Froth suggests seizure, or poison, or both. His usual habits might have masked something more deliberate.
Alright, the bull staff for certain it was the Vantage draught.
I see. Then I suggest you speak with our resident Sook, Dr. Shafat. Perhaps she can clarify what your untrained eyes cannot.
Where can I find her?
Dr. Shafat keeps a back alley surgery near the entrance. Curious how the Sooks so often favor squalor over station. Report. Then our lead is self-inflicted incompetence. Happens more than you'd think.
His fingers were chewed excessively.
Very good, rookie. That is some groundbreaking forensic insight. Do you suppose he cracked his knuckles as well?
I don't know. Do you think it's important?
No, I don't. Not in any... Then our lead is self-inflicted
odd discoloration in the eyes.
Miscolored eyes. That's a detail, but it's not the whole picture. I talked to Dr. Shafat. She's the Sook surgeon. Dr. Shafat keeps a back alley surgery near the entrance.
Back alley surgery near the entrance. Okay. I have no idea. Back alley surgery. I wonder if that's it over there. It is. Alright, so it's not actually at the entrance. Kind of misleading text as well to claim that she's near the entrance. She's nowhere near the entrance. The entrance is completely back the other way. Chiffon's clinic.
You do not appear to be injured or ill. So what brings you to my clinic?
Oh, this is also the appearance lady. Oh, and she has a contract, so I have multiple reasons to visit her, but not today. I'm here about the death of Austin Lath.
I can't say I know the name, but I'm afraid my head has been buried in matters concerning my clinic of late. What's this to do with me?
Sub-Prefect Torres thought I should discuss the particulars of the victim's cadaver with you.
Sub-Prefect Torres is aware of me. I'm flattered, I think. The word victim is rather loaded. I assume you suspect foul play.
I do indeed.
Today has taken an interesting turn. I'll do the best I can without a body to directly examine. What can you tell me about the state of the cadaver?
The eyes of the corpse were discolored.
That could definitely support suspicions of poison. However, there are myriad other medical reasons that could cause such discoloration.
How might I confirm a poison theory?
A poison snooper would be the most expedient method.
Do you have one?
I'm afraid I don't have any snoopers at all. My supplies are lacking in general at the moment.
How could I acquire one?
If I knew that, I'd have one already. But I'm not exactly familiar with the more illicit sources of goods in Arakeen.
Ah, see, now this is a proper update. It actually is like, hey, go here. And so they're missing some updates here. Like that quest guide could definitely say something along the lines of, you're pretty sure you've gathered all the information you can from the bar. Now it's time to report back to the chief investigator. Then you talk to the chief investigator, and then it should update and say, go speak to the doctor. It doesn't do any of that, though. It just says, find more information, convince someone of his death. There's like 2 updates that quest tracker needs to have to avoid the confusion that I just went through and that other people have said they've gone through. Alright, so now it properly tells me, hey, you could get a poison snooper from one of these people. I don't know who either of those people are, because names I'm fuzzy with. But it looks like back at the bar or back at the entrance to the black market dealer or the barman, I think. Let's start with the black market dealer and see what he says.
Hello again.
No, that's not the right person. Neither you. Huh. Well, I wonder why it's giving me... It just doesn't say what that is, it just says objective. Who is that person down there?
Oh, hey there, friend.
Yeah.
Looking for anything special?
I am.
Well, color me curious. You've got a specific purpose in your eyes. What are you looking for?
Poison snooper.
You're in luck. I just so happen to have a snooper.
I could part with it for a proper pittance of Solari, or perhaps some alternative form of payment.
I don't have either of the things she wants. How do I not have 100 Solari? I've got like 800,000 Solari. Oh, I bet it's in the bank.
Then
I have
stop
to have
wasting
it
my
on me.
time.
I'll be right back, lady. I need 100 Solari, please. I will happily take 100 Solari from my bank. Oh, you have to jump up on the table now to talk to him.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris?
I want to withdraw some Solaris.
How much Solaris would you like to withdraw?
100. 1 million Solari! Run, little Muad'Dib, run!
Oh, hey there, friend. Well, color me curious. You're in luck. I just said Solari always spends. Much obliged.
Alright, I got myself a poison snooper. Which looks like what? Aha! Oh, I can't actually equip that. It's probably going to be a quest thing where I get into the room and it's going to have me use the scanner. It sounds like there's multiple ways to get one because JK was like, talk to the barman, you idiot! And I was able to get it for the black market vendor. So that's cool. There's multiple ways to get a poison snooper. So apart from the confusion of the updates in the quest journal. Alright, investigate the room using the poison snooper. Do I just open my inventory and use it? I mean... Aha! That's what I was assuming. Okay, use the poison snooper. Snooper goes right along the page's edge. Contact poison. The book became Lath's executioner. I want to go check that wine glass too, though. No sign of poison, so I wonder what that was on the left cup. They totally make that really leading, like that might be poison, but it's definitely the book. Alright, cool. Bum bada bum bada bum bada 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 bum bada bum. Loading, please wait. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Interrogate the witnesses again.
You? I'm in over my head.
Okay, the evidence suggests
Not
he
in a
was
proper
murdered. What
state
can you
of
tell me
mind.
about him?
Murder? That's impossible. I don't... How could you... How?
He was poisoned.
No, there's clearly been a mistake. The situation is insane enough without these wild theories.
All patterns lead to secrets regarding his position, secrets you would notice.
All right, you nerve-wracking hound. Let me think. Perhaps I do know something that would help. Ask your questions.
Did Austin exhibit any strange behavior leading up to his murder?
Stranger than usual? He did become extra agitated. Paranoid, even. Particularly after a meeting with a strange woman.
Woman?
A redhead. He met with her in a closed room for hours. He came out, distressed, immediately ordering a Thopter transport for the following day.
Who was the woman?
I didn't recognize her. She looked, noble, perhaps.
You know, you're a redhead.
Congratulations on that brilliant deduction.
Where did he go after the meeting?
I don't know if I should,
We're trying to solve a murder, lady.
He had a secret workshop in the Eastern Shield Wall. I don't know why he chose such a remote location. I don't know what he worked on there. I never saw him work. I'll send you the coordinates of the workshop.
Thank you, Hester. So that's one.
Ah, the return of our intrepid sleuth hound. Has the plot thickened? Oh, why, I should think you'd be the resident expert on poisons with your involvement in the farcical plot to assassinate me. That was you, wasn't it?
Sure.
Just a jest at your expense. All water under the bridge, I assure you. Why, some of my closest friends have tried to murder me at one time or another. Now, what were we talking about?
Your thoughts on Austin being poisoned.
A proper murder mystery, and I'm a suspect. How wickedly romantic. Perhaps I felt a deadly envy toward my dear friend.
Over what?
Nothing comes to mind. He was a sad sack of wine, whereas I am rather fabulous. Come to think of it,
fabulous!
We weren't very close friends. Pshaw, we can hammer out a motive later. I'm just glad to be in the rogues gallery of this caper.
Do you really believe I have anything instructive?
I can say this about poisoning Austin. It would be easy to do. The man had recently developed a bottomless appetite for spiced alcohol. Not everyone. Something terrible haunted that man. 1 part guilt and 2 parts fear of discovery, shaken well and garnished with intrigue.
You're not as bumbling or whimsical as you want others to believe.
My, such a sharp and incisive mind. You're...
All right.
Do I get to play the part? Anyway, the proprietor can vouch for me.
Anyone coming in and out around the time of death?
Well, only the usual assortment of patrons. Nothing noteworthy, I'm afraid. It's been a most unusual pleasure. Should you...
Okay. Go.
Ah, you are back. How can I help?
The poison super lit up when I analyzed the book.
But who would want to kill Master Lath? He was already doing a good job over that himself. Between his taste for that toxic Harkonnen brew he loved so much, and the company he kept.
Company?
Your house of deserters and ex-Dune men mostly. Not the kind that file taxes or hold court on Kaiten.
Okay.
Keep it down, stranger. But yes, if you are asking if Master Lath drifted that far, he did. Master Lath was a creature of habit, wretched once. Benders that lasted days, women and drink until he couldn't see straight.
Till he couldn't see straight. Public kind of collapse or private?
Oh, public! shouting poetry in the gutter. One sock, no shoes. The sheriff, he dragged him in more than once. No charges, of course. Not for his kind.
And then?
He would vanish. Poof.
Oh, I'm out of
Sometimes
coffee.
for days or weeks at a time. Always come back clear-eyed, skin back like a desert storm.
It's because he's got that Eastern Shield wall.
That is when he would hole up in the private
laboratory.
room, pour himself a Vanta, crack open one of those revolutionary tomes, and the cycle would begin anew.
Okay.
Found what you were looking for? Or just a new regret to pair with your drink?
You need to shut down that spotter room.
I believe you are mistaken. Master Lathe is under the influence of something quite spiritual. Vantadraft. Known side effects include coma, confession, and occasionally death. But let's be generous and assume the middle one.
Yeah. You knew he was dead, so quit playing games.
You're right. No games. Just a corpse in the Espada room, and a list of insults I had hoped to use before Vantadraft finished what regret started.
You don't think he was murdered?
Murdered? No. Master Lathe was far too committed to slow, deliberate self-annihilation, not flashy enough for murder.
You seem pretty sure of that.
Self-loathing's not a flaw in this town. It's a currency. And Master Lathe had it to spare. He spent it on bad liquor, bad romance, and bad books.
Just tell me about the
in
bad
that general
books.
order. Weird stuff, off-the-record titles, things that don't circulate legally. Class struggle, worker dignity, that sort of quaint filth.
Okay.
The kind of books that'll get you locked up on over half the systems in the Imperium.
Can you be more specific?
Sorry. The desk to sign out library books is on the lower floor.
You're funny, but also nosy and observant. What did he read?
Things you don't read for fun. Anti-imperial treatises. Sandfly manifestos.
I wonder if he was meeting with the sandflies.
I don't know. I suppose he wanted to unbolt the class system with his wrench and conviction. Should have known tools like us don't get to fix things. We just hold the weight until it crushes us.
Alright, we need to go back to Subprefectors, and I bet I'm going to get sent to investigate the lab in the Eastern Shield Wall. If I had to guess.
Report.
I spoke to Klimt. She didn't want to believe it, but I laid it out. This was definitely murder.
You rattled her then. Good. Did anything shake loose?
Nope, only that he had a thopter lined up to fly to his workshop tomorrow.
Did she say where? If he was running, that's the direction we look.
It's in a sandfly base in the Eastern Shield Wall.
Very good. You're starting to think like a Cheops plan. But every cleared square reveals a trap or a truth. Go see which one Lathe left behind.
We can do that. Get to go to the sandfly base. Alright. What's up, Deeks? That, and that. I don't know if I'm going to want my heavy armor. I'm going to go out there with my light and see what happens. Do I still have the poison snooper? I do. That's interesting. I also have a poison report. I wonder if those get turned in when I finish. Irregardless, for the moment, we can joke about the fact that irregardless is not actually a word. Let's see if I've made any sales while we were running around for the past hour and a half. I did sell the albatross wings, so... Nope. Run, little Muad'Dib, run! Traveling to the world map. Okay. I'm not tracking, that's why. I was like, I feel like I've gone way too far. Apparently did not click the track button. I've been on this world map longer than I should have been. And I tracked frickin' Harco Village instead. My brain is, I need more coffee. See if I can bullseye this. I'm too high. I'm too high. I'll be right back. All right. Got a snack. Got some more coffee. I was tracking it. Now it disappeared. It's because I went beyond it. It was up there by my base. Ooh, are we finally getting to go up into this place? I've admired this base for a long time. I am not going to land right there. We're going to land up here. We are going to let these guys pick each other off. Maybe pick a few more of them off with this poison. Why am I getting roasted by the sun? It went right between his legs. Stop moving. Collider's getting in the way.
Hey sis, guess who? Just wanted to let you know I'm still alive. Listen, I stumbled into this group. The Sandflies, they call themselves. Used to be spice workers, but they stuck it to their bosses. They gave me food, shelter, water even, for free. I felt guilty about it. So eventually I told them about how I was a slave on the run. These guys embraced me and said, "Welcome home." Can you believe that? Look, I know you're probably mad I ran away and left you behind, but I honestly didn't think I would last a week on the run. But now that I found the Sandflies, I think you should risk it too. My new friends tell me you'd be welcome. Miss you, sis.
think it's pointing me down. Yep. Could just be a generalized location. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Oh, wrong. No! Get upstairs. I need to properly block this guy. Alright. Yeah, I caught that yesterday in that there's a trailer that went out for that new Matt Damon and Ben Affleck movie yesterday it's coming out on Netflix. And they actually have the tattoo, one of the guys, I think it's Matt Damon's character, has it tattooed on his fingers, like, what if we are the bad guys? I think it's or are we the bad guys? Something like that. Alright, we have still yet to find base. There's something down here. Oh, this might be it. I need a key, though. There's a chest over here. Oh, I should take that. Caliper compressors, I do need those for crafting. I go there. I'm gonna poison myself. Come here. Should be a key somewhere around here. Which I haven't found yet. No, that's not it. There it is. It's like, it's purple. Why is it give me the purple thing? All right, now I gotta go find that door again. I think it was down. POAT has been pretty fun. I've been really loving the, like, I liked the Ice Mage a few months back, and I've been dabbling away at that, like, once a week right now. And I really do think the, I'm still loving the Ice Mage. Or the Ice Sorceress. Okay, about that. I do want those.
After the pamphlet, I started asking questions like, who does this serve? And the answer kept coming back, it serves them, the nobility. And nobody burned brighter on that pyre than Phaedra Vi. Old money, old grudges. She wore ruin like perfume. We drank, talked, pretended we weren't just ghosts. One night, I told her my worst secret, the one I can't say here. She didn't flinch. I asked her what that made me. A man, she said. A man with blood on his hands like the rest of us. You just don't wear gloves. Then one morning she showed up with real gloves, silk, elbow length. I knew she was hiding something. I gave her my worst sin like it was a love letter. She smiled, kissed me, then she asked for a confession. Not for her, for the Harkonnens. Said she needed money to buy back her family's heirloom. I laughed and asked if she was serious. Deadly, she said, and took another sip of her drink like it was just another Thursday.
Nice. I haven't actually ever cleared beyond the farm stuff in PoE 2, but I think there's enough content now. I'm gonna try to push all the way through over the next couple of months, doing it like in the evenings. Because there's quite a bit there now, and I'd like to actually see some more of it. And I like the Ice Sorceress enough that I'm very happy to keep plugging away at that. Alright. Old Carthage schematics. Okay, we got one more clue somewhere in here. I already picked this one up, didn't I? Yeah. You got to the end game with 6 characters pre-patch? Damn, that is a few. Am I missing another clue in here? Oh, never mind. It says discuss your finding with Taurus. I did find all the clues. I just didn't see that it had updated. People are saying the 4th act is awesome, says Deeks. Well, that's cool. Like, I've purposefully tried very hard not to, like, most early accesses, I try very hard not to push myself too far because I don't want to spoil the 1.0 release. But I've heard very good things about the new chapter. I'd like to see it. Discuss my finding with Taurus. Back to Eric.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
As a general rule, when people ask me questions about like stuff that Funcom has answered in their newsletters or in their social media blasts, I'm just I'm done answering that kind of stuff in chat. Like I am not the RSS feed. Like there's patch notes for a reason. Renfail, what's in the latest patch? Read the patch notes. Renfail, has this, that, or the other dropped yet? Read the patch notes. Renfail, do you like this game? Would I be playing it otherwise? Renfail, what about... Read the patch notes. But what about... Read the patch notes. But what about... Check the social media. Sign up to the Funcom Discord. But, that's what you're supposed to do for us. It's even funnier, JK, when I'm playing other games, and the like weather comes like on No Man's Sky, and the weather comes, and I'm like all like, why didn't I hear? You know, it's a different sort of weather alarm, but it's like you're so accustomed to hearing it in one place, and you go play other games that have weather systems, and it's like, but. Oh, and the tech requests, yes.
But why won't my 3080 Ti with a 1462 gigs of RAM and 5000 chipset run? Why am I having issues? But why is my sound? But I'm getting this.
Dude, submit a bug report. Dude, do I have tech support like tattooed across my forehead? No. Belna says, good morning, grown-ass men and ladies. Good morning. My wife just woke up, too. What time is it? We're getting close to break time, and then we're going to come back after the break. Not quite there yet. We're getting close. But drops start in about an hour and a half. And I'm going to take a breakfast break. Gonna go take a walk, and then I'm gonna come back once the drops are live, and we're gonna sink another few hours in this morning. And then tonight we've got multiplayer in Shrouded at 6 p.m. Central, and then tomorrow night we'll be playing Borderlands 4. Driver over on YouTube says, at the same time, you are the content creator, and sometimes it's easier for it to be summarized by a creator. Nah, man, that's not my job. My job is not to be your RSS feed. I'm also not my job to cover the patch notes. My job is to play games. That's what I do. I play games. You don't get to try to claim that my job is to read the patch notes for you. We went over this a couple days ago, and I'm going to push back against that shit hard. Because as a streamer and content creator, what do? If you look back at the 9,000 videos that are on my channel, the vast majority, and I mean like 98% of my videos, are me talking about game guides. I do game guides, I do playthroughs, I stream the games, I talk about random subjects, we do movie reviews, we do TV show reviews, etc. I will occasionally, if it's a big patch news, I will cover that as a gaming news video. There's a whole gaming news category, but I am not a replacement for the actual newsletters and or patch notes for any given game. No, absolutely not. What I have always done on my channel is game guides, reviews, playthroughs. That's what I do. I am not a RSS feed. Yeah, Hector says, is the content creator some sort of crutch for lazy-ass morons? It's pretty much. Like, no.
You've been to the workshop? Did our engineer leave anything behind besides regrets? Well, you're still alive, so I assume the greeting committee took it poorly.
They
What did you find?
Phaedra Vi was blackmailing Austin Lathe.
Of course she was. Phaedra always knew how to pull a thread, until the whole man came undone.
Also, I will add this to that note. I play like 5, 6, 7 games per week. Or per month, excuse me. Not per week, Jesus. Some weeks, I guess. I play half a dozen games every single month. Hey, Sir Gardens a lot. Does it hurt to be an adult and learn how to read? Does it hurt to be helpful? I am helpful. I make game guides. And I'm playing the game. But I am not a substitute for you doing your... Do you want me to wipe your ass for you as well, Sir Gardens a lot? Is that what you need? Do I need to go get my... Remember we had this conversation the other day. Do I need to go get my Dune wipes from the Dude Wipes and send them to your house? Do I need to show up at your house with the Dune wipes and wipe your booty hole for you? Like, to be rude about it, yes, I'm being facetious and rude right now. I'm not here to make your life easier, driver. Sorry. Oh, I work 14 hours a day. Everybody works 14 hours a day, dude. I work 14 hours a day. Do you hear me bitching about other people? Oh, why aren't you doing this to make my life easier? I'm going to push back against that mentality so hard right now. Like, you literally just said in chat, I work 14 hours a day. Sometimes it's easier for other people to do things for me. Dude, I work 14 hours a day. I literally sit here for 14 hours a day and make videos and cut content and do video editing and short content and game guides and movie reviews and TV show reviews. Like, I literally work 14 hours a day. I am not out there bitching that someone else should make my life easier around, like, oh, it would be so much easier if someone would just buy my groceries for me and bring them home to my house so that I don't have to do it. Oh, it would be so much easier if someone would do the gardening for me so that I don't have to pull the weeds. Oh, it would be so much easier if someone else would do the maintenance on my home so that I don't have to do it. Like, we all want things to be easier. The difference is, like, I'm not out there airing my, oh, woe is me, I want my life to be easier. Like, I just deal with it. Like, literally. Life is life. Deal with it. You're being paid to take other people's kids to school. You don't get to bitch about taking other people's kids to school. That's your job. My job is not to read the patch notes for you. My job is to play games. That's what I do. I play games and make game guides. Also, yeah, like Dribrum says, there's Google AI to read the patch notes for you. Also, like JK says, anyone with the game has access to the patch notes because they're right there when you log into the game. Like, they're right there. They tell you all the updates. So it's like no one has an excuse in terms of, you know, not having access to the information. Like Hector says, yes, some folks are trying to survive bombs, plagues, etc. Oh, I work 14 hours a day. Okay. And? Belnos says, just finished Rings of Power last night. Can't wait for more. Oh, they dropped a teaser for Season 3 today, Belnoth. I can't wait. We got sneak peeks coming for Season 3. It has nothing to do with being helpful, by the way. I'm going to push back, especially when the people in chat are not members of my YouTube channel and they're not subscribers to my Twitch. They're non-paying members and they're trying to make demands on my time. It's like, no, bitch, that's not how this works. You want me to actually take you seriously? You need to stick around, become a part of our community. Some randos who have been here for a few days. Why aren't you reading the patch notes for me? Renfail, why are you being a dick? No, I'm not being a dick. I'm being real. I'm being one adult to another, telling you to go read the patch notes. Funcom has a bunch of, they have an amazing team who actually put together patch notes and then publish them in, like we talked about this today, like 10 different places. No one has an excuse as to why they shouldn't be getting information. It's like asking the guy who's pumping your petrol to also give you how much lead does this have? Where was it processed and refined? How much did the company actually pay for it? Give me the detailed ingredient breakdown from the petrol station.
You want answers? Go see Phaedra Vi. You'll find her apartment in the Upper Central Plaza. Watch your step.
Watch your step. And shout out to the Funcom team, because their communications department has done a phenomenal job of getting information out to everybody in so many different ways. Whether you're on social media or not, whether you read the newsletter or not, whether you're on the launcher or not, whether you're in the Discord or not. You know, the funny thing about me, Sir Gardens a lot, this is a great comment. Sir Gardens a lot says, this is your job and you chose to do it. You do all the work to make money. I have clients and I certainly wouldn't speak to them the way you do. Just an observation. Here's the funny thing. You know what I did before this? You're new here, so I don't recognize your name. So I'm assuming you don't know my background and who I am. Happy to educate. Public speaking, marketing, freelancing for 20 plus years. Also ran a construction company back in the day. I have been working for myself since I was about 20 years old. I'm now 45. I have built and sold multiple businesses, formed 2 game studios, published games, 25 million words in print. Let me brag some more as I talk about my accomplishments. Not once have I ever sugarcoated things for a client. If a client can't handle me being real with them, if we can't have an adult conversation just like this, where I lay out how things are, then I don't want to work with you. You and I are not going to work together if you can't handle me talking to you in an adult manner. I'm not going to sugarcoat things or treat you like a child. You're going to get the adult version. The adult version is going to tell you, this is how it is. If you want to work with me, this is who I am. You can either appreciate that frankness and no bullshit approach, or you could go scurry off and find somebody else who's going to bow to your will and say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, massa. How can I do it for you better, massa? We don't play that game here. I just said that earlier, Rated. I have occasionally, I have covered patch notes when it is a massive, massive patch. And in those cases, every single time I've done that for the various games that I do it for, it is when it is related to a gaming news article. And I never, ever, ever cover the entire patch notes. I do a rereading of the things that interest me in the patch notes, and then I link it at the end of the video, and I always urge every single time, you can go watch any of my videos on it. And I will always link it, and at the end of the video I will say, for more information, go read the patch notes at your leisure found here, and I will link to it. But I do not cover every single patch note for every single game I play. I cover major patches only, and not every single time. When was the last time I did a Baldur's Gate 3 patch note? 2 years? Baldur's Gate 3 is not relevant to me anymore. When was the last time I covered a Lord of the Rings Online patch note? 3 years ago. When was the last time I covered a World of Warcraft patch note? 3 years ago. When was the last blah, 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 blah. No, I do not cover patch notes as a general rule. Since when does a passive-aggressive person define what a content creator's job is? Yeah, it's funny how all the people who are making the complaints this morning are names I don't recognize, and they're not channel members or subscribers. So, yeah, just randos coming into the chat from the last couple of days, and probably this is a good sign of why other content creators hire moderators, because you can filter that stuff out.
You buy water, yes?
Do I need to sell anything off the top of my head? I don't have anything to sell. Alright, somehow we have an apartment up here. Yeah, the hot fixes in particular, Belnoth, like, Oh, they changed 3 things. Like, I'm not gonna make a 90-second video to cover the 3 things that are in the hotfix. If this is how you treat your followers, I don't want to be here. Bye. Can I read the patch notes for members only, but in Marilyn Monroe's birthday song voice? Meanwhile, the regulars are pulling a Jason Momoa pulling up a chair gif. Yeah, you're never going to be able to please everybody. You can't. It's impossible. All right. Drops are going to be live in about an hour and 15 minutes, everybody. I am going to take a break, go take a walk, do some exercises, say hello to my wife, check in on all the animals, help her with morning chores, maybe have a bite to eat, and we'll be back in about an hour. I'm going to wait till 8 on the dot to make sure that the drops have actually gone live on Twitch before we come back. And then we will continue onwards as the new Observer set goes live. By the way, preview of the new Observer set. We'll get a whole bunch of new stuff today. So I'll be back in about an hour and 15 minutes, everybody. Catch you then.